In just 5 days, Michigan voters will cast their ballot in the midterm election, making some important decisions about the future of our state. One of the most hotly contested races is the race for Attorney General. My partner and co-anchor, Brian Abel, got the chance to sit down with incumbent Dana Nessel and her challenger, Republican nominee Matt DePerno. Brian, as we get closer to Election Day, the polls show this race is closing in.
Yes, they are, Glenna. So we press both of them on the issues that are weighing on voters' minds. What wins do you point to that indicates to voters that you're ready and deserve a second term? Because there has been some losses as well recently, the Flint water crisis being the most recent.
Well, first of all, you show me a lawyer that's never lost a case, and I'm going to show you a lawyer that's never done anything consequential in their entire lives. We have brought so many cases at the Department of Attorney General in the last 4 years, and so many great success stories.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel cites a slew of cases as proof of first-term success. An $800 million settlement against opioid manufacturers and distributors, $2 billion in savings from utility rate hike intervention, 7 convictions in the clergy abuse scandal, and new initiatives, including the creation of a hate crimes and domestic terrorism unit.
We have white supremacists and domestic terrorists that are right now in the Michigan Department of Corrections who had plans to, blow up grocery stores and churches and synagogues. So we have had win after win after win.
Why should your opponent not get a second term?
Well, she's proven over the last 4 years that she puts politics over victims. We have the highest crime rate in the state right now than we've seen in decades.
Nessel's challenger, Attorney Matt DePerno. Is there a specific example that you can point to of politics over victims?
Yeah, sure. There is the lawsuit she filed in federal court in Grand Rapids, where she specifically targeted Catholic organizations and adoption procedures. The federal judge in that case told Dana Nessel to stop weaponizing her office.
DePerno clinched his nomination in part on the support of former President Trump for DePerno's questioning and challenging of the 2020 election results. What specifically is it about our election process that leads you to believe that there could be large-scale fraud?
Well, we know what happened in the 2020 election. Jocelyn Benson sent out pre-filled absentee ballot applications in violation of the law. A court later determined that that was unconstitutional. She also told clerks across the state to ignore signature verification requirements. That was unconstitutional and illegal. It's the absentee ballot application process right now that doesn't match up with the qualified voter roll that needs to be fixed.
And is that large enough of a scale that would have changed the 2020 results?
Well, we don't know, do we? All I did was take a look at Antrim County, and we saw significant problems in that county. But the Democrats stopped us from looking statewide. So what's wrong with looking?
A Michigan Court of Appeals ruled Secretary Benson was within her authority to mail out the absentee ballots to all voters, but according to investigators, DePerno's looking may have been criminal. A special prosecutor from Muskegon is reviewing allegations that he illegally accessed voting machines in Antrim County. How do you think that your active legal issues weigh on voters right now?
How do you mean active legal issues?
Specifically, the accusations that you are alleged to have illegally accessed voting machine equipment.
Well, first, we didn't illegally access anything. We had a court order from the Antrim County Court to examine the Antrim County voting system and look at 22 separate tabulators. But it's a distraction. It is a huge distraction that the voters have to deal with.
The investigation is why Attorney General Nessel says she's declined to debate DePerno since the case was referred to her office by Michigan State Police.
I can't prosecute my opponent. That's not ethically responsible. So we gave it to the Prosecuting Attorneys Association of Michigan. They referred it to a special prosecutor. But if this comes up during the course of a debate, I can't even discuss the details of it. And so it's like going into a boxing match with one hand tied behind my back.
During a gubernatorial debate, Nessel herself was accused of not following the law.
And Dana Nessel, who has also decided to go around laws. I don't believe in that.
You were accused of skirting the law by the Republican nominee. You have said previously that you would not prosecute for folks that go through with abortions, correct? How is that not picking and choosing which laws to prosecute and which ones to not?
First of all, when I took an oath for this office, I took an oath to ensure that I was protecting the health, the safety, and the welfare of people around this state. And that includes the 2.2 million women of reproductive age. It does not serve the interests of our state to take women and their doctors and their nurses and put them in jail or prison for a medical procedure that has been legal in this state and in this country for 50 years now. I have prosecutorial discretion. There's a lot of types of laws that are routinely not enforced, but they're on the books. I don't enforce adultery laws, for instance. They're on the books. Should I?
For DePerno's part, when it comes to the results of this election, will you accept the results of this election regardless of who is declared winner?
I'm going to win, so obviously I'll accept the results.
And if you don't?
Well, I'm going to win, so I'll accept the results.
Okay. So who will win? Well, we'll find out in just 5 days. For our full interviews with both candidates, there was a lot that we were not able to put into this story. Head to WXYZ.com. Glenda?
All right, Brian, and if some of you missed that from Attorney General Dana Nessel, we also have that on our website. Brian, thank you for sitting down with both candidates. We want you to be prepared for next week's election. So before you head to the polls, check out our complete voter's guide online. It includes a breakdown of each race as well as the proposals you can see on the ballot. You can find it right on our website, WXYZ.com.